Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more Duels 2013 multiplayer. Today I'm going to be playing as the mill deck Dream Puppets. And, okay, yes, opening hand is A-okay. So this is the Dream Puppets deck, the objective of which is to eliminate my opponent's cards and win the game that way. I try to remove all the cards from their 1/1 Death Touch. Try to remove all the cards from their deck and have them lose the game as a result. Turn 2, Howling Mine. I say go. Alright, so what the objective here of this deck is, once again, to eliminate their cards, but I also need to survive in the process, and that can really be the most difficult part. So having things like Counterspell, I think I lucked out that he turn 2 decided to drop this, because I don't think he'll be playing anything else. So being able to counterspell incoming threats and being able to take control of creatures, eliminate creatures, stuff like that will be important. At the very least, I'm dealing with this, oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna just hold on to what I have now and save for a counterspell. I've got a clock now of 19 turns, at the very least, dealing with this 1/1. Alright, so let me show you what I have here. I've got my counterspell. If he tries to throw something, I can get rid of it. I've got Prosperity. Each player draws X cards. I played a Howling Mine, which during the draw step, each player draws an additional card, so 2 instead of 1. And then I've got 2 Traumatizes, 5 lands. Target player takes half their library, throws it into the graveyard. I am going to counterspell that. Lightning, 3 damage to me, plus I discard 2 cards. I'd rather not. Counterspell, counterspell. Hit me for 1, that is fine. So I'm hoping to draw into a bunch of counterspells and yeah, just keep things going that way. Just got a Into the Royal with Kicker. I can bounce a card back to my opponent's hand, and I get to draw a card. I still have that I can play. This is sorcery, so I can only play it during my turn. I'm gonna say go. During his turn, I'm gonna Into the Royal Kicker. And yeah, we'll see which one I decide to do, though. It depends if he's gonna play something big here, or if I'll just bring the rats back to his hand. All right, wonderful. So he plays this. Enters the battlefield, target player discards a card. And I take damage equal to that. Well, I'm gonna do the island. I am gonna bounce, maybe I'll just bounce the 1/1 back. I'm gonna get rid of an island so I take no damage. I'll probably just bounce the 1/1 back. I don't want him to play that again, forcing me to discard another card, so I play this with Kicker, bounce that back to his hand. I'll take the 2. Why would you bounce the 1/1 and take more damage? Well, again, if I bounce this, he plays it again next turn, I discard another card. And that may, actually, that may have been a better decision, because I could just discard another island, but we'll see. We'll see. I do have a few creatures in here, none of which I've drawn into yet. Let me go ahead and traumatize him, making him remove. The earlier I traumatize, the better. See, he's down to 23 cards. Half is obviously more with the more cards that he has. So I could deck him pretty soon. I could deck him really soon, actually. I might be able to win this game. All right, let's see what he plays. Demonic Tutor, searches his library for a card, puts it into his hand. That is fine. That is fine. And I'm sorry, I didn't even name my opponent. I'm playing against Reverse. Hello, Reverse. If you happen to watch this. And he's gonna Blightning, making me discard 2 cards, plus take 3 damage. The 2 I will discard will just be islands. I'm down to 13. He attacks for 2. I am down to 11. He will get traumatized again, bringing him down to 10 cards. This will be close, guys. I'm excited, though. I could clone, getting a 2/2 to block his creatures. Now I'm gonna traumatize again. He's down to 10 cards. I'm gonna Thought Scour, making him get rid of 2 more cards, bring him down to 8. He's down to 6 cards. Demigod of Revenge. Why does he get... Oh, wow. Perfect. Good job. All right, so Demigod of Revenge, when he plays one, he gets to take all the other Demigods of Revenge from his graveyard and put it into play. So he plays one. There were 2 in his graveyard. He gets 2 more. He hits me for 17 in 1 turn. That's crazy. GG though. So that was pretty much the perfect card for him to have played. That worked out perfectly for him. All right, we're gonna try this again with the mill deck. I don't even know. We'll see how this goes. I'm really happy that I got Jace's Phantasm this game. And I'm playing against the life gain deck, which could be good for me. We'll see how this all works out. All right, so Jace's Phantasm, really awesome card. It's a 1/1. However, if the opponent has 10 or more cards in their graveyard, it becomes a 5/5 flying as opposed to a 1/1 flying. That is obviously pretty huge. A couple things I have to worry about here against a life gain deck. A Johnny's Pride Mate is really scary. Just the card can get humongous pretty quick, so that is definitely a concern. I wonder if he's gonna choose to attack me for 1. Decides not to. All right. Next turn, I can counterspell. I can also Mind Sculpt. I'm gonna hold off on the Mind Sculpt for now, just in case I want to counterspell next turn. And what is he trying to play here? Whenever he casts a white spell, he may gain 1 life. That is fine. I do not need to counter that. So yeah, I'm really not too concerned about him gaining life. That's not really a worry of mine. Worried about him killing me before I can mill him. And I'm gonna pass the turn again because I want to save and counterspell if I need to. I mean, getting 7 cards in his graveyard would be great, but it doesn't really matter until he's got close to 10. So I'm gonna save him for the threat of a block. And yeah, so once he gets cards in his graveyard, then I can Mind Sculpt, bring him up to 10, make this guy 5/5 all of a sudden. But until then, it's really not, you know, it's not a super priority. I'd rather save my mana for a counterspell. Got 2 of these guys, they're amazing. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player puts the top X cards of his or her library into the graveyard. X is the number of cards in hand. Yes, so it gets pretty crazy for milling my opponent. And creatures he control get +1/+1. Let me get rid of that. No, thank you. I think that was counterspell worthy. During his attack phase, he says no. Then he passes the turn, and I can Dreamborn Muse now, which I will. Let the milling begin. So during his upkeep, he will take 3 cards from his deck into his graveyard, and then next turn I could play another Dreamborn Muse. And this guy's will be a 5/5 soon. I've got another one of these, and I might actually be able to kill him with damage, come to think of it. If I have 2 Jace Phantasms in play, I might be able to kill him with damage. What is this? Chance a creature can attack or block at the beginning of the upkeep, he gains a life. Okay. That is, that's fine with me. He's not really, and he's gonna play Sarah's Ascendant. Okay, so this is a 1/1. However, if he has 10 or more life than his starting life total, so he needs 30 life, this gets +5/+5 and flying. And it's got lifelink too. All right, so I mill myself. Dreamborn Muse does affect me as well. And then I will play another Dreamborn Muse and another Jace's Phantasm. And then we will say go. So they trigger twice, so he does 2 cards and then 2 cards again. I'll do that same, but remember, sure I'm milling myself, but I've got cards specifically designed to do that to him, so he will be milled faster than I, is the idea. All right, so I get rid of 2, and 2, and I draw a card, and I drew into a Dream Factor. Counterspell, its controller draws a card, and I draw a card. I will Mind Sculpt him, 7 cards, bam. Now all of a sudden I can swing with my 5/5, which I will do. He can't even block it. This is gonna delay his Sarah Ascendant from getting pumped up, and I may even potentially be able to kill him with this, who knows. But I'm actually pretty happy with the current state of the game. I could use some draw card myself. I could use something to let me draw some cards. I mean, I guess I do have this Dream Fracture. But I'm actually pretty happy with the current state of the game. I think we're doing pretty well. Here, next turn he's gonna mill 6 cards. And I will throw my island into play. The smaller amount of cards in my hand, the better. And we will attack for 5. These guys will not attack because he could double block, kill them, and that's obviously, I prefer that not to happen. The more of these in play, the better off I am. And getting him down. But you know what? Who knows? There is potential. He could still win this game. It is going really well, but so was last game for me. And all of a sudden a Demigod of Revenge hit the board. Now it's not going to happen this game, but what if he has a Wrath of God or something? What is this? Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, double its controller's life total. Alright. That is fine with me. You're not going to win by gaining a lot of life. Ooh, he should have attacked, because I don't know if I would have blocked. I'm going to save this guy to block now, though. Hedron Crab, it's an 0/2. Whenever I play land, my opponent mills 3 cards. Card is really awesome, especially if you get an early game. And I'm not going to attack. He's down to 18. Dreamborn Muses, go to work. Double target player's life total? No. Let's counter that. It's going to pump up this guy. He's going to get huge and be doing a lot of damage to me, so. So I say no. I will not let that go through at all. Dreamborn Muse triggers twice. I'm still nervous. I'm really nervous playing this deck. I just don't feel like at any point that it's got a huge advantage. I'm going to play this guy right here. Whenever I draw a card, my opponent mills a card. We're down to 13. But again, guys, anything can happen. He's going to be now down to 9 cards. I got nothing in hand, though. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of each upkeep, he gains 3 life. It's also a 7/7. Still can't attack. I'll just block with my 5/5. He might be able to kill me before I can mill him. He might be able to kill me before I can mill him. I might lose this game again. Play an island. He gets rid of 3. Next turn, he gets rid of 2. He's got 1 card in his hand. So he'll be down to 5. And then he's going to draw a card, which will put him down to 4. Wait, why is he also... He plays... Non-combat damage that would be dealt to you. Prevent that damage, gain life equal that way. Okay. He's got a lot of really big cards. He might just be able to outright kill me. He's got no cards in hand, so the Dreamborn Muse isn't going to affect him. I'm really nervous. I think I'm gonna lose this game again. Alright, right now I almost just want to take this damage and save blocking for next turn. Although I won't be able to block both flyers next turn. Okay, well I let too much time go by because I was talking. So I'm dead next turn. Wow. I lose the game. Target player draw. Each player draws X cards. I just won. Yes. Oh man, so close. So close. That was unbelievable. I don't... Maybe I just need to revamp this deck, but I can't even believe when I do win a game. That was unreal. Wow. All right, awesome. This is a pretty good hand. Yeah, it's really gonna come down to what I'm playing against. I like starting off with the Hedron Crab a lot. That is a really good start, and I just drew into another land. This is about as perfect as an opening as I could have. So start off with a Hedron Crab. So next turn, play an island. He mills 3 cards. And then that turn, I'm also playing a Howling Mind. Or you know, I'll Jace's Eraser first, and then I'll play a Howling Mind the turn after. All right, so I play. He mills 3. Gonna play the Jace's Eraser. So whenever I draw a card, he mills a card, and then next turn I Howling Mind. You get the idea, you know? So. Then I'll be drawing extra cards. He'll be drawing extra cards too, but every time I draw an extra card, he has got to mill another card. He's got a lot of damage though, and he's gonna open up here with that Arc Lightning, 2 to this creature, 1 damage to me. I'm at 19, I just lost my Hedron Crab. That's too bad. Oh well. I'm still pretty happy with this opening, because now it is Howling Mind time. And then I will Thought Scour him, making him mill 2. I draw a card with my Jace's Eraser. He mills another card, bring him down now to 45. Yeah, also have a Mind Control to take the creature from his. I've got Bounce Back with Kicker. And I've got this, which will die pretty much whenever I play it because he's got so much damage in his deck. Target player draws 3 cards, and then that player discards 2 cards unless he is... Okay, I thought he was trying to mill me. He's milling himself faster. He's also trying to get stuff out to kill me faster, but, you know. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. I could go Dreamborn Muse, so at least for the turn, he'd have to get rid of 6. Why don't we do that? Dreamborn Muse in play. He'll probably burn it next turn, but at least now, he'll have to discard 6 cards during his upkeep. I wonder if he can burn this before it triggers, though. I guess he can't, or he didn't. He's down to 30, though. I mean, that was really... Imagine, too, if he hadn't burned my Hedron Crab, how even more ridiculous that would have been. 3 damage to a creature or player, or 2 damage, he's going to kill the Muse. You see, just like that. I knew it was going to happen, but honestly, making him get rid of 6 cards is probably worth it enough. His hand was so full. Alright, so let's see. I've got Into the Royal with Kicker that I can play. I've got another Mind Sculpt. So let me play the Mind Sculpt there. I'm going to hold off on the Into the Royal. He's down to 21 cards. Oh, man. Nothing's guaranteed. Absolutely, positively not. Nothing is guaranteed, but... quite happy with this game so far. All right, so let's see. He's got something big that he's probably going to play this turn. Hopefully it's a big creature, and the next turn I can just Mind Control it. That is what I am hoping for. We'll see, though. All right, there it is. 4/4 flying. At the beginning of his upkeep, he may gain control of target permanent until end of turn. I am going to take control of that card next turn. I could clone it, but I don't want him to have it, so I'm going to Mind Control it. I'm also going to draw 3 cards, making him discard 2 cards. So it's draw a card unless the opponent has 20 or more cards in their graveyard, and then you draw 3. And I drew 3, and then he discarded 3. This can really make the deck, that Jace's Eraser card. He's gonna Prophetic Bolt, which is probably gonna kill off the 4/4. All right, so we spent a turn playing it, and then he spends a turn killing it off. You know? Good for me, dude. That's good for me. 2 turns used for that one creature. Didn't even get to take advantage of it once. We've got my clone, which I will hold on to. This is unbelievable. All right, Vision from Beyond. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. He realized it was over. I was about to deck him that turn, I believe, so GG. And that was about as good of a game as I could have, so we're gonna go out on that positive note. Thank you guys for watching this MTG Duels 2013 multiplayer video. More of them coming in the future. I think I've been going about once a week. It seems like a fair pace for these. They're popular, but they're not super popular. People like them, but you know, it's good. I'm happy to still do them though, because I have a lot of fun with Duels 2013, and it's a nice cost-effective way to get my MTG fix. Thanks again for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.